Hey guys, how are you? Good morning. Can you hear me, guys? Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are audible.
All right. Thanks, Gaurav, for confirming. I can see one people from CoachX. Can you confirm if we can start or still we are anticipating more people?
Yeah, we can start.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Radhika. So yes, thanks a lot, guys, for joining in, and I welcome all of you. A very good morning. So I can see around 14 participants. So let's just start. Maybe if someone needs to join, they'll join in parallelly. So yeah. So just to give you a high level intro of my profile. So my name is Palash. I have around 7 years of experience in analytics. I was actually not into analytics to start with. Like I started my career in 2015, where I started my journey with Accenture. Then, like, I was more into ETL testing and data testing. If someone has heard of this term, ETL testing. So I was into that, and then while through on job, I got interest into analytics and data science. I kind of self-trained myself, and after 2 years, I got an opportunity to switch into analytics. So, folks who are not speaking, I would just recommend you to put yourself. Rahul, can you put yourself on mute, please? Yeah, thanks. So I was saying like I kind of self-trained myself. And after 2 years, I got this opportunity to transition into analytics. And now for the last 5 years, I've been working into the analytics and data science domain. Okay. And if you talk about my industry exposure, it kind of started with a retail-based client. But for the last 4 or 5 years, I've been working into the pharmaceutical-based consulting. And now for last around 2 years, I've been associated with an organization which is into travel and hospitality. So yeah, that's a very high level intro of my profile, and I'm very excited to host you guys. I know this is a master session. Some of you might be having doubts related to what kind of things we can expect as part of this course. Some of you might be having any doubts, like initial doubts, okay, whether you would be able to do that, whether it will be very technical or not. So we'll cater those questions at the end. Once we go through the PPT, I'll keep like 15-20 minutes at the end to take the any particular questions you might have related to this course, and then any specific questions related to fee and all these things. Someone, a specific representative from CoachX can, handle that. Okay, so let's just start quickly. Just allow me to share my screen, and then we'll begin. Let me share my screen. Okay, and one more thing, guys, like, yeah, definitely, I would like to have this session a bit interactive. I don't want a unidirectional flow, right, where I'm just speaking and you guys are here to listen things. It would be great if we can have like interaction in between, any questions, any thoughts that anyone would like to share. So, because data analytics or data science is such a, very growing stream or very popular work stream these days. You might have heard anything, seen any article over the internet related to that. You can share your thoughts related to it. Any questions you might have related to that topic, please feel free to pitch in. Okay, so let me quickly share my screen and let's start then. Let me know once you can see my screen. Can you see this PPT that I'm sharing?
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay, all right. So okay, so as I told you, about myself, I have around close to 8 years of experience. My current role basically needs me to do statistical analysis, ad hoc data analysis. Even I build like machine learning models if and when required. CoachX, again, you might be aware, it's a live learning platform which caters different needs to the clients, be it data analytics, data science. We all are here for the data analytics and data science course. There's a proper, well laid out curriculum for that. We have well qualified trainers all across the industry working in different domains. And it's not just theory, like it's a proper mix of theoretical sessions backed by assignments, brainstorming sessions, and all these things, right? So yeah, let's just quickly move ahead. Now it says, what is data, right? You might have heard this term a lot, right? What is data? Anyone who would like to share their thoughts? It's a very general term, but yeah, I still want some of your thoughts. Please feel free to unmute yourself and pitch in your thoughts. What do you understand?
Data is, I think, it's the information
Okay,
of anything.
Anything that can be stored is called data.
okay. What else? Yeah, it's more or less like, yeah, on the similar lines. One guy said like any information about anything is called as data. Anything that can be stored is data. So yeah, it's like it's a very granular thing in terms of analytics. Data is the building block of analytics. Any type of information that you can see that is getting generated every day, irrespective of the fact like whether it's an information for you or you are able to store it or not. But any kind of instance, any kind of transaction, any kind of event which is happening, that can be categorized as a data, right? If you will closely look into this, it has been getting generated every second, right? How it could be. We are going through this meeting, this Zoom meeting. I'm speaking, I'm giving a presentation on this masterclass. You guys are here. You are also, participating in this. This is also data, right? What kind of data is related to the current meeting which we are in, right? It's first data is what is the intention of the meeting, what is the title of the meeting, what is the duration of the meeting, who is the speaker in the meeting, how many participants are there in the meeting, how many participants are speaking, how many participants are not speaking, how many slides are there in this presentation, on which platform this meeting is happening, whether it is Zoom, Google Meet, right? So everything here classifies as a data, right? It says every human creates 1.7 MB of data per second. And given the population of the world, you can now imagine like how much information would be generated. It says we create 2.5 quintillion data bytes daily. So, everywhere we are kind of surrounded with data, and especially the organizations have now realized the potential of data, right? Earlier as well, this data was getting generated, but now since the advancement of technology, with digital platforms coming in, and more stronger internets, more stronger, you can say, frequency distribution of internet networks across the world, it's more easy, more feasible to realize that this much of data is around us, and it's more practical and again easy to store this data, right? Now, one question is, having data is one thing, but if I ask you guys, what is the advantage of you then storing this data? Anyone who would like to answer? Let's suppose I'm kind of storing this data, then how this data can be advantageous for me, how I can take advantage of this data? Anyone who would like to share their thoughts? How you can take?
Storing the data, of course, by storing all this data and the number of people who are participating in the meeting, you will have the data of all of us. Who are the people participating? What are they doing? Maybe our profile also. In future, that can also be used, shared.
Mhm. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, that can be shared. Means our names, our numbers, our email ID, and for further advertising works and many other things. I'm just giving a rough idea. Nothing means I'm not in detail and I don't know the specific terminology, but that way it can be used. Our names and other things also.
Okay. Rahul is saying storing the data, we can drive hidden insights onto that data. That is also true. Sometimes what happens is like you have the data in front of you, but since the data volume is so large, you cannot, you cannot just by looking it with your normal eyes, you cannot generate insights out of it, right? So there are specialized tools, data analytics tools, which helps us to generate insights out of it, right? And that is the intention of this course as well, right? The tools, the basic tools that we're gonna learn as part of this curriculum, as part of this CoachX course, will help us to do the same, right? If you talk about the job responsibilities of a data analyst, right? The data analyst is responsible for handling large volumes of data. First, you need to handle it in terms of you need to extract it, absorb it, and then modify it as per your own needs, and then further generate insights out of it, right? So this is what we're going to learn as part of this curriculum. Harish is saying we can analyze the company based on the data and we can plan accordingly for the future. That is also true. So let's suppose you take the example of let's suppose Amazon, right? So Amazon, we already know it's a online platform where you can buy products for different categories. Let's suppose Amazon launched a new category in 2018. And then looking at the data, you can see that new category is very much famous in a particular region. Let's suppose in Malaysia, right? So what you will do, once you extract this information looking at your sales data, you will tend to have more variety of same products, like more variety of the products in the same category in Malaysia, because you know the demand is there. The sales is growing tremendously across the years. So either you will increase the variety of the products or you will increase the choice, or you will increase the volume of the products by onboarding similar vendors, which basically produce or offer the similar products in that category, right? So these are the different decision makings that one can do on the basis of the data that we have on our hands, right? So yeah, these were the few things that I wanted to know. You can take advantage of that data. You can generate insights out of it. The insights can be normal insights. You can generate predictive insights as well. Like you can do predictive analytics with the help of machine learning. You can do certain kind of a forecasting as well, right? So that can also be done. Accordingly, the business can, take decisions out of it depending upon the insights that you have generated, right? So all these things are there. Now if you talk about the evolution of data or the history of data, right here, you can see this small timeline that we have over here. It started with 19,000 BC. It says this is an Ishango bone which holds the first evidence of data collection and storage. It's kind of a very a manual way of storing data. Then we have this in 1600s AD, we had this concept of data analysis, which was mostly in the form of books and all. Then came those manual machines, large big machines that helped us to complete the data or store the data. Then in the 1900s, we have this magnetic tapes and all, right? These were introduced, and then 1900 onwards, we knew like the internet came in, World Wide Web, and then we know up from that, right? What has been the history after that? So eventually it has been getting evolved, and even these days as well, right? Now, earlier what happened, can you put yourself on mute? I can see some background noise. Abhishek, thanks. So even now, right after the introduction of World Wide Web, what happens is like now, earlier what used to happen, we used to store the data in databases which used to be on servers, right, in early 2000s. After that, we heard about this big data concept. Now it's the cloud concept that have come in. So even now as well, the technology is so much evolving. We are finding new ways to store more data within the same space, right? If I talk about previous eras, let's suppose if you had this much space, only this much data used to get stored in that. But now it's the opposite thing. Now you have this much space and this much data gets stored. And this magnitude keeps on increasing day by day, like with the new advancements coming in, right? So why this is happening? Because people have realized the importance of data that we have. The companies specifically have realized the importance of data that we have. Once you have a, a large scale organization which produces a large amount of data, the companies have realized like it is eventually advantageous at the end to make use of this data to, handle this data in such a way that you can generate some business specific insights out of it, and you can then modify your business decisions accordingly, right? And this is what the job of a data scientist or a data analyst is. You handle the data, you consume the data, you apply your business rules, you clean it, you transform it as per your own needs, and then you finally generate insights. By generating insights, it can be anything. Someone might build a dashboard, someone might do a trend line analysis, something like that. Someone might do a statistical analysis, someone might build a machine learning model out of it. These are different forms of, generating insights or recommendations. But the idea is, to utilize the data that you have in your hands to find hidden patterns, hidden insights, which are not visible by normal human eye. That's the idea behind it, right? So yeah, moving on. Now what is data science, right? Data science, as we already are aware of, or we have discussed a bit here in the last few minutes as well. You can see this chart. It's a very simple one. There is this person whom you can consider as a data scientist. He has some data on his hand. He studies it. He kinds of analyze that data, read it, extract and clean it maybe, and then extract some insights out of it, through which the insights again can be of two types, as I told you. Someone might build some predictions out of it, a machine learning model maybe. Someone might do a normal inferential analytics where he might be studying the patterns within that data and generating hidden information out of it, right? So these are the two set of outputs that can be generated out of it. And then it will help your organization to create some business decisions in the future, right? And that's what a normal data scientist or a data analyst do. If you can see the pointers over here, make better decisions, analysis for insights, statistics for causality, machine learning for prediction, the discipline of making data useful, right? And the idea is we have so much of data around us. The idea is, and let's suppose you have 100 MB of data with you. It's not necessary that the entire 100 MB of data would be useful for you, right? It might be the case like only 10 or 20 MB of the data might be useful. So as a data analyst or a data scientist, it's your job to identify potential data, to clean that data and then transform that data as per your own needs before generating insights out of it. So it's entirely, yes, if I have to sum it up, it's basically a process of, what is data science? Is basically a process of applying your knowledge onto your data to generate some insights out of it, which will be helpful for business decision making, either for your client or for your own organization, right? Anyone having any thoughts, anything that they would like to discuss over here? Any specific questions on this slide? Although we'll take questions at the end, but anyone who would like to say something, share something, please feel free to do that. Feel free to unmute yourselves and yeah, share your thoughts. Okay, no one. All right, so I'll take it as a no then. Moving ahead. So now this is a typical life cycle, a data science life cycle. Like if you talk about, you might have learned a lot about or heard a lot about machine learning, right? What is machine learning? So let's suppose there is a machine learning problem where, let's talk about pharma world, right? I'll take one example from the pharmaceutical world. So let's suppose you are working for a client, for a big pharma giant. Let's suppose maybe Pfizer, right? You might have heard of Pfizer. It's a very big pharma giant. So Pfizer comes to you and those people say, okay, Pfizer, this is our drug ABC, which is there in the market. We want to And this is our patient list. Like, these are, let's suppose, 1 lakh patients who are consuming this drug at a, let's suppose, so drug is the medicine, we call it as a drug in US. So the drug name is ABC, and these are these 1 lakh patients who are kind of consuming this particular ABC drug on a regular basis. Now they want to basically estimate whether a particular patient will churn or not. Churn means in the next month, whether they want to churn is basically opting out of the drug. So they want to estimate how many patients will churn from the drug. They will move to some other drug, right? So they come to you with this problem statement. Now it's a machine learning problem statement where you have to predict whether in the next month the patient will churn or not, right? So if you talk about a particular data science or a machine learning model life cycle, it's it's around this particular circle. As you can see, first is the business problem understanding. You understand the problem, you tend to understand the intention of the client, you get the requirements from the client. Then once you are through with this, the next step is data collection. You would like to collect the relevant data against it, which you might feel that could be helpful to predict whether a patient will churn or not. So if I have this problem statement, and let's talk about data collection, can you tell me what all different data that you would like to collect across the patient for this problem statement? I would like to know your thoughts, guys, over here. What all data points, what all different type of data you would like to collect to solve this problem, whether a patient will churn or not? Please don't be hesitant. You can share your thoughts. That's completely fine. Even if you say something odd, we all are here to learn things, so it shouldn't matter. But yeah, don't be hesitant of the fact like whether if you'll speak something wrong or right. So I'll again repeat the question. My problem statement is Pfizer comes to me and they say this is our drug and we want to check whether a particular customer will churn in the next month or not. So what kind of data you would like to collect as part of this problem statement, which you might feel would be somewhat contributing in determining your output? Come on, guys. It's not that difficult.
Data collected in some own your miss is company database. No?
So that's the question. Like, what type of data it would be? Type in the sense, what would be the different columns in that data? Like, to give you an example, patient name, right? Then what all different type of data you would
We
like to collect?
generally collect their data, like as you mentioned, their name, their email, where they stay, what kind of hospitals they visit, maybe something like that.
Yeah. So the idea is patient name will not help me. Patient name is just a very basic example that I gave you. But do you think patient name will help you to identify whether whether this patient will come and buy my drug next month or not? No, right? Patient name cannot help you with that, right?
Some contact number also.
Contact number again. Contact number will not. The idea is we want to estimate whether patient will come next month or not, right? So you cannot contact the patient. This is not allowed actually. So, and first of all, this is a very sensitive information. No company will give you the patient name and their, what do you say, contact number. So personal details are never shared. So,
Patient age, sir.
sorry,
Patient age.
patient age. Yes, patient age can be one. Faz shared few examples in the chat box. Date of purchase. So this is an important field. Last date of purchase, basically. Type of patient, that is also can be one. So in pharma, type of patient is basically whether it's a new patient, or a, what do you say,
EID.
yeah, the ID and type of patient, drug, date of purchase, and all these things, right? So this basically matters. And then in pharma, there is this concept of copay. So copay is like an insurance, right? One feature would be the amount, the balance which is left in the copay card for that particular patient, right? So that can also be there. So these different type of data points I would like to collect as part of this. Then it comes data cleaning and preparation, right? So what do you understand by data cleaning and preparation? Data cleaning is I might be having some missing values in my data, right? So your data, your source data is not very perfect. It could be the case like for some patients, the age is missing, right? So I would like to handle it. Either I'll replace the age with the mean age with some standard age, right? And then data preparation is you might be having data from different sources. You would like to join those data, different data files coming in from different sources and prepare one master data set, right? In which everything is there within a single data source, right? So this is what data cleaning and data preparation is. Then comes your exploratory data analysis. So exploratory data analysis is normal, basic. You basically do exploration on your data, which means creating charts out of it, line charts, bar charts. So just to get an initial idea of what is exactly happening, finding basic hidden insights out of it, right? So if I give you an example, like let's suppose you are working with uh, wh- whether a customer, you have this example of whether a customer will default in a loan or not, right? In a bank loan or not. So you might want to see the category of uh, customers who have defaulted the loan in the past. What is the trend in it? So you would like to see, let's suppose you would like to see their salary ranges, right? So you would like to see, okay, maybe people falling in lower salary ranges are having higher chances of defaulting a loan and all these things, right? So you create some basic charts, line charts, bar charts, pie charts, just to get an initial idea, initial feel of the data. Then feature engineering. Feature engineering is nothing but finally selecting your important features that you want to put into your model, into a machine learning model. And then you will run your machine learning model, which in our case was the patient churn model. So you will run a classification model over here, and then finally you will evaluate your model, like what is the accuracy of your model, and then finally you will generate insights from a using any data visualization tool, which could be either Power BI or Tableau. So this is what a typical machine learning's life cycle looks like, or a data science life cycle looks like. I know it can be a little complex for you, a little overwhelming for you at this stage, because all these terms are pretty new. But the idea is I'm just trying to kind of uh, let me switch off the video. It's utilizing a lot of bandwidth. But yeah, so the idea is to kind of make you familiarize with these things. So yeah, but still, if you have any questions related to any of these things, please feel free to raise your hands or unmute yourselves and ask your questions. We can take the questions at the end as well. But yeah, don't be hesitant of the fact like whether it would be right on your part to ask those questions or not. Okay, so this is how a particular life cycle looks like. Then moving on, why data science is important, right? We have already discussed about it, that you know first major advantage of using data science is it helps you to take decisions as a company, right? Some applications, as you can see over here, Facebook, it basically Facebook understands the consumer behavior, voice recognition of a specified user, motion sensor cameras, fingerprint recognition in mobile phones. So there are a lot of applications of data science, and specifically now in the field of artificial intelligence, it is proving to be an asset for the organizations, right? Again, I would not go to each and every point here. There are a lot of applications that you can see around you as well. One very famous application is recommendation system, right? Or a recommendation engine. How it works, you might have realized sometimes, like, has any one of you have realized, like, if you buy something on Amazon, and then when you log into the Amazon after a few days or few weeks, you get similar recommendations of the products that you bought last time, right? What is this? This is just a recommendation engine only. You also get recommendations across platforms. So if you might have noticed, let's suppose you buy a phone on Amazon, right? So you will get similar recommendations on Facebook or Instagram, right? So this is what this is again recommendation engine, cross-platform recommendation engine. So how companies are doing it, they have your data with them. So they do two type of recommendations. First recommendation is you bought something and they will recommend you items similar to that. Other set of recommendation is you bought something and looking at your previous purchase history, they will map you with an existing customer. So they will assume like your interests are similar to an existing customer. And then the things which have been bought by that existing customer, which you have not bought as of now, they will give recommendations related to those items, right? So all these things basically falls under recommendation engines, which is basically very you can say widely adopted by different organizations like Facebook, Insta, and all these other big e-commerce giants. So this is, these are just the basic applications of data science that the companies have realized the importance in it. And then now they're investing specifically a lot into data science these days. They have now dedicated team of data analysts, data scientists in their own organization, which can build an in-house data science capability, so that they don't have to rely on any person outside the market. They have their own team, they have their internal projects going on, and that's where the opportunities for data science and data analytics gets created in the market, right? So yeah, that's why we'll say like data science is very much important these days. Now the next big question is in which languages we can do programming, right? So first of all, guys, don't be afraid of the fact like there will be proper programming. There will be a bit of a programming in machine learning, but it's not gonna be uh, at the level of programming which a software programmer does, right? We are not here to build any applications. We are only here to handle the data or build machine learning models, right? Just a second, guys, just give me 1 second. Yeah, so I was saying like the level of programming that we need here is not similar to the level of programming a particular software programmer does. Like we don't want similar proficiency. We will be only working with data specific codes, right? And they are not that complex to understand, right? So if I talk about machine learning, building machine learning models, those are usually done in Python or R. And if I talk about handling data, manipulating data, this is done either in Python, R, or SQL mostly. There are other these languages like Julia, Java as well, uh, which can be used, but these are not very famous as far as data science or data analytics workstream is concerned. Mostly in the market, people are either working on SQL or Python. R was also used to be there earlier. Now as well, some people are there who are working on R, but R is not very much famous as compared to Python. So mostly it's Python and SQL. And in this particular course as well, we will be learning about Python and SQL only, since these are the ones which are in demand these days, right? Then what are the tools required for a data scientist, right? As I told you, Python you need because it will help you to build your machine learning models. Machine learning models can only be built in Julia, Python, or R, right? So Python is there, and then you should know SQL, right? And these Jupyter Notebook, Google Colab, Python libraries, MySQL, these are just platforms. So Jupyter Notebook is a platform where you write your Python script. Google Colab is again a platform where you write your Python script. Python libraries are just part of Python. and MySQL is a database on which you write your SQL queries, right? So these are different tools, specific tools that might be introduced as part of this course, as part of this data science course, basically. Yeah, no, so now this one is an important one, skill set for a data scientist, right? We talked about this Python, right? What is the role of Python? Python helps us to do two things. First, run machine learning models. Even you can prepare your data, clean your data using Python. So Python is useful in that. Secondly, data visualization. Data visualization is nothing but presenting your insights in the form of dashboards and all, right? So there are usually two tools under it, Tableau and Power BI, which are the two very high demand tools these days. So we'll be learning about them. Then Excel, sometimes you already know the uses of Excel, right? Sometimes what happens is your data is very much low in volume and you have to do some quick analysis. So in that case, Excel might be handy. Or it could be the case that there is a stakeholder who is not comfortable in these other high-tech tools. So he might say to do the analysis in Excel. So you should be able to do the analysis in Excel as well. Rahul is saying, sir, what are the projects we'll do in data or business analytics? So Rahul, once the curriculum is in such a way that once you will keep on, once different topics will be introduced to you, then there will be specific case studies onto that. So there will be one case study on data visualization, where you will be given assignments to create dashboards. Then there will be one case study on SQL, then one case study on machine learning, one case study specifically on Python. So as we keep on growing into the course, there will be case studies onto that, and you will be given some random problem statements. You will be given the data with that, and you will be asked to solve a particular problem, right? So there will be mentors, there will be teachers around you, who will be able to help you to solve that case study. But the entire thing, coding and all, you will have to do on your own. Okay. So I hope I have answered your question, Rahul. Yeah. So then Microsoft Excel, this is actually a necessity. Then what do we have? Business savvy, right? The data scientist should be comfortable in understanding the business. He or she should have good communication skills. Then this machine learning, he should be comfortable in building machine learning models. Then SQL is a, yeah, sorry, someone is having any question?
सर डेटा एनालिस्ट के लिए भी सेम ही कोर्स है क्या मतलब
So data analyst may, the only different thing would be machine learning part will not be there. Everything else would be same. Okay. So don't worry, like I'll take these questions once we go through the slide. So we'll take those questions. Don't be afraid of that. Then SQL, and then a bit of a maths and some statistics and teamwork, basically. So these are the set of a very high level, not a high level, actually very detailed skill set for a data scientist. Okay. Then Python, what do we understand by Python, right? As I told you, it helps you to learn, it helps you to build machine learning projects. It helps you to process your data as well. So we'll not go very deep into each and every technique as of now, since it's a master class. Guys, if you're not speaking, can you please put yourself on mute? I can hear a lot of background noise. Then R, again, similar to Python, it is a very widely used programming language for data cleaning and for machine learning models. But nowadays, R is not very much in demand in market. People are looking for, or companies are looking for people who have good Python skills. And here's a, and it's also shows you like why should we choose Python over R? First, I'll not go by this slide. First, Python is more easy to understand. It is more easy to learn, I'll say, as compared to R. The machine learning and deep learning options in Python are more. It has a huge community as compared to R. there are different modules, different procedures in Python, which can help increase your coding data handling capacity basically. So here you can see this, right? Faster computational speed as compared to R, which is slower to Python, right? Simple syntaxes in English, as I told you, it is easy to learn, more easy to learn, more easy to understand the code as well, easy maintenance as well. Sometimes in R, what happens is these guys deprecate the older libraries and you have to modify your existing codes. One good thing with Python is whenever they make changes in their libraries, in their modules, those changes are not very complex and it is very easy to handle the or to manage the older codes that you might have written in Python 2.0 or 2.5, 2.4, right? Now we have the Python 3.0 version, which is there in the market, which usually people use. And Python has a larger community as compared to R. So that is also one thing, like people prefer Python as compared to R. Okay. So yeah, these are the couple of advantages of choosing Python over R in that case. Now, as I told you in data visualization, right? So data visualization, it's under data visualization, we basically present our insights in the form of dashboards. So has any one of you have ever heard of this term Power BI or Tableau? Have you heard of these two tools?
Of course.
Yeah. So, and these are the two common tools these days. Have you heard any other tool apart from Power BI and Tableau?
Yes, just like that is more popular data studio now. It's called a Looker.
Looker, yeah. And any other tool apart from Looker?
Not that. That's only I know.
Okay. So there are other tools as well, like ClickSense is there, ClickView. These used to be two famous tools. Specifically ClickSense, this is also very famous. But again, not a lot of companies have adopted ClickSense. Mostly companies are adopting either Power BI and Tableau. And these are the like high level differences in Power BI versus Tableau. Usually, again, if you talk about demand, basically it's 50-50 within Power BI and Tableau. I personally prefer Tableau because maybe I'm from a technical background. So Power BI is a bit technical to understand, bit more complex to understand as compared to Power BI. Sorry, Tableau is more complex to understand as compared to Power BI. Power BI is somewhat an extension of Microsoft Excel only. It's more easy to learn. Uh, it performs well with limited data and it is less expensive. Whereas Tableau, it is a bit expensive as compared to Power BI. Very good performance with larger data volumes. With large data volume, Power BI doesn't give you a good performance in terms of speed, right? Tableau is a bit complex to understand. It is more for data analysts, data architects. Power BI is more for business users who are from non-tech background, who don't have a lot of expertise in applying formulas or joining tables and all these things, right? So depending upon the usage, one can prefer any of these two tools, but these are the certain high level differences between both these type of data visualization tools, Power BI versus Tableau. Okay. So moving forward, now why Power BI? I think it's the same thing, the same points that they have mentioned over here. First, built on similarity of Excel. As I told you, it's actually an extension of Excel only. If any one of you has seen the Power BI interface, it is very, first of all, it falls under Microsoft suite, right? Power BI, it's a Microsoft product. So it looks very similar to Excel, cheaper, integrates well with other tools like PowerPoint, SQL, and all these things, right? One of the best user-friendly alternatives to Tableau. And yeah, so these are a couple of advantages or basic functionalities under Power BI. This is how a simple dashboard under Power BI looks, right? some of you might say you can create this in Excel as well. But again, you guys know Excel has a limitation of 10 lakh rows only. And once your data gets near to that, the performance becomes very slow, right? So you might, so Ravichandran is saying where we can use Power BI. So there are actually different products, different projects for that. So let's suppose you have a client. So usually what happens is whenever you work on a reporting project, your client is mostly into some commercial space where they have a product and they want to kind of report that sales into those products, right? So let's suppose again take the example of Pfizer. So Pfizer is a very big company. It's a very big US based pharma company, but Pfizer has launched drugs in different markets in different countries, and not one drug, but under different therapeutic areas, right? Therapeutic areas are like cardiology, oncology, and all these things. So there might be a requirement like these guys now would be having ample amount of data of different therapeutic areas. Under each therapeutic area, there will be different type of drugs, right? And they might want to record the sales, the patients, and all these things, right? So they can't see this number with their normal eyes, right? So they need certain kind of trend charts, comparison charts, growth charts, and all these things, patient churn charts, new patients, reactivated patients, and all these things, right? So in that kind of scenarios, use cases, you would like to create a dashboard for your client, right? So any such type of client, any such type of use case, Ravi, where your client is in commercial space where they deal with transactional data. What can be other examples of transactional data? Let's suppose in banks, you have daily transactional cash withdrawals, cash deposits, loan EMIs, and all these things, right? So any which way, any use case which involve transactional data, somewhat sales data, profit loss data, and all these things. So you can basically, report them. It's actually used for reporting, business reporting, where you would like to see what is the health of the business in terms of money or some metric value, right? So in all those use cases, you can create a dashboard. So dashboard can be created either through Power BI or Tableau. Okay. I hope I answered your question, Ravichandran. Right. So, but yeah, these are some dashboards, sample dashboards which have been prepared by the students of CoachX only. And these are and this is one of this was part of one of the assignments that was given, assignments or case studies that were given to the students of CoachX. So we have taken the snapshots from there itself. Right. Now here, this is different domains in which data science can be applied. It can be applied into travel domain, right? We already know the very famous use case, dynamic pricing of tickets. It's based upon data science. Then healthcare, disease prediction, patient churn. We already discussed about that. Sales, we can have forecasting, demand forecasting, and all these things. Credit and insurance, banks, right? Fraud and risk detection, whether a customer will default a loan or not. Automation, drones, pilotless aircrafts, right? We have already know this. Self-driving cars, Tesla like things. Social media, we discussed about this. Amazon thing, Facebook thing, recommendation engine, and all these things. Marketing, again, there is a widespread use of marketing just to get doing customer segmentation. Then for every the customer segmentation is actually a very widespread use case of marketing, right? So let's suppose you are a company who sells a particular product in the market, and you have a huge customer base, right? But all the customers are usually not of the same behavior. So you might want to segment your customers on the basis of similar behaviors. So you would like to segment your customer base into 4 different buckets. And once you are able to segment your customers on the basis of machine learning, then you can target those customers with different strategies. So that is the idea of customer segmentation in marketing. Yeah, we'll share it fast. Okay, so these are the different domains and different use cases which can be there for a different for a particular data science analysis, right? Let's quickly move ahead. Now let's talking about career opportunities and salaries, right? These are the different job roles one can target. Data scientist, its primary role is creating machine learning models. Data analyst is more in terms of doing ad hoc analysis, generating insights from static data by doing EDA, simple dashboarding, some data pipelines and all. Business intelligence analyst is more into creating proper huge dashboards and all. Data engineer is more in terms of creating data pipelines. Data pipeline is something where you extract your data, transform your data, and load your data into your final data warehouse. That is the role of a data engineer. Data architect basically decides the flow of data. Basically, they decide the architecture, how your data will move from one point to the other point, what type of tables would be there in each layer, right? DBA, you can forget. We don't encourage people to now go into the DBA work stream. And these are the specific, salary ranges that we can see in the market these days. These numbers might be outdated, but yeah, you can refer to these numbers. And it's like, it's not fixed. I have seen people having salaries of more than 40 lakhs or 50 lakhs in data science, right? So it's not like that. Data architect and data modelers, yes, they are more or less same as, yeah, you're right. So yeah, but these are the different career opportunities and salaries in data science that we are aware of. Then let's see what all content that we have. Okay, seems like let's just cover these in the next 7-10 minutes, and then we'll take the questions. But yeah, it's now the repetitive information was pros and cons of data science. Advantage, you already know it's very much in demand, abundance of positions, high paying career, very prestigious and versatile. Disadvantages, I'll not call them as disadvantages, but sometimes it's a very blurry term, right? Blurry term in the sense, usually the organizations are also not clear what exactly they want from a data scientist. What happens is sometimes they open a position with the name as data scientist, and people usually are doing either the job of a data analyst or a business intelligence analyst or a data engineer in it, right? So sometimes even the requirements from the company is not very clear. Large amount of domain knowledge is required, right? So I'll not call it as a disadvantage, and it doesn't mean like if you don't have, let's suppose you are getting hired for a bank. So it does not mean that you should have a very strong knowledge in finance, but a person who is having knowledge in finance will definitely get an edge over the other person who is not very familiar with the finance domain, right? So these are some of the pros and cons. Again, data analytics, we have already discussed this. Understand the problem, data collection, data cleaning, exploration, visualization. The same thing. For a data analyst now, these are the certain tools. The only difference, guys, between data analytics and data scientist is anything that a data analyst can do, data scientist can also do. But everything that a data scientist can do, data analyst cannot do. And the only difference is machine learning. Data analyst is more in terms of generating insights, creating dashboards, while the focus of a data scientist is more towards building machine learning models. So here as well, for a data analyst, these are the tools required: Excel, Power BI, Tableau, SQL, and Python. Right? Again, we have covered this skills needed. Career opportunities. These are the few career opportunities that are different job titles which are available in the market: data analyst, data analytics consultant, BI analyst, operational analytics, quantitative analyst, marketing analyst. So you might see these terms very similar to each other, but the idea is mostly the job role, there will be a lot of overlap with each other. So as I told you, like BI analysts, these are more focused towards dashboarding. Quantitative analysts, they are more towards handling crunching numbers. Data analyst, anything that you can think of, doing ad hoc analysis and all these things. Data analytics consultant, someone who has good knowledge of both analytics and consulting. Marketing analyst, same, but it's more towards running marketing campaigns, right? You can see these messages and email symbol over here. So this is more in terms of the marketing domain. Right? Pros and cons, we have already learned about this. I'll skip this one. Future, we already know it's nothing different. It's an ever-growing field. We are moving towards AI now, and a lot of researches have been already going on these days. Same thing, not anything different. Let's see. Top recruiters for data analysts. This is a very small list, but there are some other companies as well who are hiring in terms of DA and data science. You might already be monitoring these things over LinkedIn or Naukri.com and all these things. So nothing much to discuss here. These things will be not helpful as of now because it's more technical. You guys might not be aware of these things, so I'll not touch base upon this. This will become a lot technical to start with, but yeah. So this is it from the what do you say from the presentation point of view. I'm open for questions, guys. Any questions? Please park your questions that you have in terms of the course. There will be other people who will be answering that, but any questions you might have in terms of the scope of data science, why should we choose it, what technologies are there, how much coding skills do we need, you can feel free to ask those questions to me. You can unmute yourself as well. Yeah, you can type in your comments as well. So Faiz is saying data scrapping not mentioned in your PPT. So data scrapping, Faiz, it actually falls under web scrapping, which is, you can say, a customized branch of data science, which falls under web crawling. So data scrapping is actually not covered in this particular course. You need a specific knowledge of certain what do you say, certain Python libraries, beautiful soup and all these things. These are few libraries which are used for it. But yeah, it is there, but it will not be, I don't think so it will be covered under this curriculum, data scrapping. Okay, what else? So Radhika, should I take the questions, or I can keep myself on mute and you guys
Yeah,
can
we can take the questions, sir.
what I meant was, should I address those questions, or there are other set of people for this?
Yeah, sure. So hi, this is Aman actually. So I'll be taking care of the questions and queries related to the course and all the curriculums. Okay. So thank you so much, sir, for helping everyone out with the tools and everything.
Yeah.
Hi everyone. So here we have told you, we have given you a brief picture that what this industry is all about, what all things will be covered and all. So here I'll be telling you that how we can help you out to achieve those things and to be like a good part of your journey of success. So in this course that we are offering, let's say it is a data analytics. First of all, you guys can put up your questions. Like here I can see someone has asked what data science minimum salary is. So Ravichandran, for data science minimum salary is like key if you expect as a fresher, then brackets start from 6 to 12. Depending upon your interview, company and location, it depends, but brackets start from 6 to 12. After doing the course of data science, which is of 6 months that we are offering, after doing that course, you can become a data scientist in any of the companies with this limit of package. Yes, it may go higher on the basis of the previous experiences or skill sets that you have, but this is the package for an average fresher. Okay. Now, next, Mr. Rahul Prasad. So, what are projects will be do? will do in the data business analyst.
Guys who are not speaking, can you please go on mute? There's a lot of background noise.
Yeah, if someone is not speaking, can you just put yourself on mute? Yeah. So, Rahul, the projects will be like we provide like total 18 assignments and projects here because being in technical course, it is more important that we should focus on practical knowledge. So, projects will be there accordingly, and live projects will be there after the completion of the course. Capstone projects will be also there, so that there should be a proper hands-on experience for a single student who is going through this course. Because after this course, you will be getting into directly into the industry. So for that aspect and for that reason, we will be covering the most projects from our side. I hope I'm clear with this, Rahul. Uh, how should I know that I have choose the data analytics or data science? And lastly, which of them is easy to learn? So, Yash, yes, it is a nice question. So, data analytics and data science, the difference between
Aman,
as sir told.
Aman,
Yeah, sure.
can you please put Narendra Gavre on mute? It is actually disturbing everyone.
Just a few minutes.
Palash,
Naren,
being the host, you can mute Narendra.
Okay.
If he's not active listener, we have to remove him out of the session.
Okay.
thank you so much. So yes. So data analytics, if you compare to data science, let's say if you are having a background of non-technical, either into experience or into education, and you wanted to get into this industry, so I would recommend you should go for data analytics. It is much more easier into technicalities because as sir told that as I said, like data science is more into machine learning and all those things that you'll be doing in data analytics will be remaining the same in data science as well, but few topics will be added up, like linear algebra will be added, AI, ML will be added, NLP will be added. So all these things will make this more into technicalities and more uh, you have to deal with the hustles and you have to give more time to this course. Being a working professional or even not, then also you have to give some more time to this course to understand things. And when you get into the industry, you will not be that much comfortable with the terms and conditions that will be provided to you. Okay, but when you're going for data analytics, it is a suitable course for a person who is sharing no background of technicalities. Okay, so this might be very easy for you and you can get into it very easily. Also, when you get into the industry, it will be very much easy for you. uh Gaurav Sharma, can we expect the placements from your end after completion of course? Yes, 100% placement assistance we provide after the completion of the course. Actually, the process, yes, I'll tell you the process. The process is, let's say if you're going for data analytics, it is a 4 months course. So once you complete the course, there'll be a mock interview where we will analyze that yes, these students are eligible for the interviews by checking that at what stage you stand, at what level you stand, and in accordance with the learning. Okay, so once you are done with mock interviews, we'll help you with your CV building, we'll help you with your LinkedIn profile building, then we'll start arranging the interviews for you. We will, from our own side, will arrange interviews for you. The process would be like, we'll be sending the application to the concerned companies as per the requirements. And once your application got shortlisted, the interview will be arranged and you will be notified like, yes, the interview has been arranged for you. And the validity for the same is 2 years, Gaurav. So it is a good thing that we are offering. I hope I'm clear, Gaurav.
Yes, sir. Thanks for the
Yes.
clarification.
Yeah, sure thing, Gaurav. So yes, Ravichandran, like campus interview, yes, if you want to go for internship, we can help you with the internship placement also. If you want to go directly for the job, we can help you with the job as well. But it all depends upon you that how properly you do this course, because at the end, you are the one who will be sitting for the interview. Am I clear, Ravichandran? Faz, what tools you are going to cover in this course? So here we are talking about data analytics or data science, Faz? Okay, I'll tell you about both actually. So if we are covering data science, data analytics, okay. So data analytics, as sir shown the roadmap of the course, priorly we'll be starting from Excel, then we'll be going forward to the SQL part, then we'll be covering the visualization part like Power BI and Tableau, and after that Python basics like OPS and DSS with some few libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, and then we'll move forward to data pre-processing like data mining, data wrangling, and all those. And at the end, we'll be covering statistics. So once we'll cover all these things, you'll be eligible to be placed as a data analyst in any of the company, in any of the industry.
Thank you.
And yes, and projects and assignments will be taking place simultaneously throughout the course.
And what will be the duration of that particular course?
4 months. It is like 74 to 78 hours of learning. Initially, it is, but yeah, approximately it will take 4 months to get completed. Like we have Saturday, Sunday sessions actually. Like Saturday and Sunday, we have live learning sessions, and Monday to Friday, we have live doubt solving sessions. So it is like throughout the course, we are every day we are lively available to you, and you can like get in touch with us in a live way every day.
And
Saturday, Sunday will be the live learning classes. Sorry.
sorry to interrupt you. So Aman, what about those who are already working?
So that's why we are providing the weekend sessions, sir, for the same. Like we have most of the students who are working professional itself, because nowadays people are going for this course just because to upgrade themselves, right? Because there is a
Right.
requirement in the industry. Like right now, what I'm earning is not sufficient as of I should get, right? So that feeling is there in the industry with so many students, and now that they have known that yes, this is the way that where they can grow themselves, they can help themselves out to get into the industry where they can get what they deserve actually, right? So that's how people are coming to this industry and doing this course. So I have 90% of the students who are working professional and even not having the technical background. So that's why I have prepared the curriculum in such a way that the flow of learning that I just told you, that is specially like made by us for the specific concern that everyone should understand from the basics to the advanced as per the requirement. Plus, as you said, working professionals, yes. So working professionals, we have weekend classes for them only, like Saturday and Sunday. Plus, those are recording also. Like we have the recordings for the same as well. Okay, so that if you miss any class, you have the recordings. And doubt solving sessions are not mandatory to attend. It is just for the like follow up part, or any doubt is there on the weekdays. As we are providing weekend sessions, so on weekdays also we need it to be available for you. So that's why we provide weekday live doubt solving sessions as well.
Great. Thanks.
Yeah, sure thing. So anything else anyone would like to ask or something? Anyone related to the course, like what we are offering? Because here we can help you out. I know you guys have been applying through many institutes and many organizations nowadays. But what we can offer you is like the good support, good initiative, and the certifications that we provide is ISO certified as well. So it is like lifetime validity will be there, plus worldwide access you will get. And major concern for the almost all people is like key placement, right? So that's what we are offering, like 2 years of validity we can give for the placement assistance, 100% placement assistance. Right now companies are there, institutes are there who are claiming 100% placement guaranteed and all this, but those are the marketing strategies that they are doing. Guarantee is not a like genuine word that one should use to motivate people. You should do, because the best one can do for you is like to provide you the interviews, right? Provide you the placement opportunities, and that we are offering for 2 years. Though it is like key. And guarantee means what? Yes, they will provide you direct offer letter after the completion of the course. No, it is not like that. You're the one who will be sitting for the interview, who will be clearing the interview. If you clear all the rounds, 4 5 rounds, then you're eligible for the job. You'll get the offer letter. So that is the process. So basically, one can help you with the learning with a better quality. One can help you with the certification of any authorizations, authorized organizations, and one can help you with the placement part and projects and so many things, the best support and everything. So that's what we are offering here. Also, data analysts and Ravichandran is asking data analyst or data science great in future. So it is not like greater in future. It's like I'll tell you the scenario, like what is the scenario of the industry right now. Okay, so this is for everyone. So here, basically, the scenario is like if we are talking about data science, data scientist actually, the job role of as a data scientist. So nowadays, what companies are doing, that they are hiring experienced data analytics for the same thing, that requirement in the place of in the requirement of data scientist. So they are getting a person who can work for the same thing, because experienced data analytics do know about AI, ML, and sorry, they do know about everything, right? So they are hiring them. So it is like right now the requirement for data analytics is higher, and data scientist is also very much higher, but it is like companies are trying to save some money out of it because of the packages that they offer. But yes, the requirements of both are very good in this industry, and upcoming time it will be growing uncertainly. Yes. So that is what. So data analytics, you can start your career with. If you have a technical background, you can directly start with data science. If you have no technical background, I would recommend personally that you should go for data analytics first. Once you complete it, get into the industry, gain some experience as a data analyst, and then you can upgrade yourself to a data scientist. I hope I'm clear, Ravichandran. So anyone would like to know anything else, like Abhishek, Anusha, Atharva, Faz, Gaurav, Ritik, Mr. Mainak, Sen, Pulash, sir, what's up, Pulash?
I
Okay,
just
sorry.
wanted to clarify one doubt. Like, so you said the course will be for 4 months, right?
Yes,
And
yes, Mr.
job
Anusha.
assistance will be for 2 years, correct?
Exactly.
Got it, got it. I just wanted to clarify. Thank you.
Totally fine. Yes, that is what we will be providing. So anyone else would like to know anything extra from the same? Also, I would like to tell you that this is a session where we are offering the course in a very minimal fees. There's a discount available for the students who will be enrolling. There's a certain time actually. So we are starting a batch in upcoming week. Okay. And that too for data analytics and data science as well. So fees for data analytics right now is 27,000 and data science is 30,000. But whosoever like applying for the same from this session, who have attended this session, fees for them will be only 22,000 for data analytics and 24,000 as a data scientist. Okay. So like I hope everyone is added to the group, master session group that we have on WhatsApp. Everyone is added there, I guess. Okay. So yes. Okay, totally fine. So that is what we are offering, and we have a valid of 3 hours, like 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. We have a portal open where you can do the registration for the same. If you register within that period of time, you can get 5,000 discount on your total fees. Okay. Rajesh is asking, like, what about age limit? I am 39 years old. Not an issue, sir. Not an issue at all, actually. Age is not an issue in this industry. If you have a proper skill sets for the same, no matter the background, what prior experiences you have, age is also not the concern. You can get into the industry and with the specific sort of skill sets that we have discussed right now in the session, and you can get into the industry directly without any issue. Okay, so that is what we were offering,
And
and like yes,
guys, if you like this session, also please tag CoachX.live on your LinkedIn page, and also you can mention like you have attended for the masterclass from CoachX.live.
yeah, please do that as well, so that we both can help out each other in a better way. Okay, so anything else anyone would like to know or understand from this? Anyone would like to know anything or anything else, or anyone would like to ask? The portal will be open from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. The person, anyone who is interested for the course, want to get into this, because yes, sometime it happens, like there are situations like we think like right now I don't have time to get into this, let me try later on for the next batch or something like that. But those things will never take place. Like eventually situations will be everywhere, so you need to take care of your situations. And if you have decided that yes, you want to do something into this industry, go for it. Don't worry about anything, just manage your time, because this what you're doing is for your own self. You will be growing uncertainly, like certainly with this course, and after this course we are just a helpful hand that we can help, and we can be a part of the journey. So that's what we will be doing. From like we will expect like 100% from your side, and simultaneously we'll be providing 120% from our side. So that is what we can offer, and rest it's up to you. 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. there will be a bracket. I'll be dropping down the links of the registration for separate courses that we have. You can choose your course and register with just 2,000 rupees, and your details like your name, number, mail ID, just after the screenshot of the payment if you have made, and we can do the remaining process and you can start the batch from next weekend itself.
Also,
So
just as Aman and Viraj mentioned, those who will tag us on LinkedIn will get the 5,000 rupees discount.
yes, another 5,000. Oh my, okay, totally fine. So that is best option. So anyone who have attended this session, you can just tag us on LinkedIn that we have just attended the masterclass from CoachX.live. Okay, guys. So I'll be dropping the link in the WhatsApp group. You guys can just go through it. And if you have any doubt, you can ask directly to me right now. Anyone, any last few questions or something like that? Okay, someone has.
Guys, I feel like you must be having a lot of questions. Why CoachX.live? Why only data? And why not like other career or other institute or something like that? So if you can see in the market, like there are a lot of like people who are providing the courses into data side, but like if you see the curriculum first and the duration and the placements as well as like even the trainers. So everywhere like we are trying to make the best because it's not like the curriculum is just made according to the like an data science or data analytics. It's not like only to learning purpose or something. It's like an industry requirement. For example, if you can see Capgemini or any company, like they are working on Power BI, like specifically as a data analyst role. So we are trying to cover that Power BI, whatever requires, like specifically DAX, which is much required. So why we are doing this? Because many industries, like as one of you has mentioned, what industries are using this data analytics or something, Ravi Chandran. So it's not like one industry, even healthcare industry is also using data analytics, because in order to have a good efficiency, in order to understand the actual data, like for example, if there's a particular customers coming to a particular location and you are getting a good revenue, so should company should know from which segment the like really the customers were interested, or customers really coming to the like providing the revenue to the company or something. So these curriculums and these all things are made according to the industries actually. And we also providing the projects, like you can say like the projects which you are working on. So that was also like make according to the roles, even like HR analytics, finance analytics, something like that. So we do have like those kind of projects as well. So why only CoachX.live? Because if you go into the market, no other company will be providing data science or data analytics role within this price, specifically if I say, because it's like what we are providing is like we are providing all projects, all assistance required for in order to eligible for the placements, etc things. And we are also communicating directly to the companies, like, and from our end we can provide a few interviews to you guys, because we know like which companies and which industries are looking for a data scientist and data analytics. And also we are not compromised with the trainers too. So the trainers like who are like already working as a data scientist, already working into the data analyst in a very big companies, as well as like they are providing a time to showcase like about the work from their industries. They will give us few talks during the sessions, to whenever if you're having any questions during the like live lectures. So it's a, and also they were having a experience minimum of 5 years, like, and maximum of more than 10. So it's not like we are compromised with the trainers too. So this is what we are trying to provide, a lot of data scientists and data analysts from CoachX.live. So that's the reason. So as Aman mentioned, try to like join today itself, so that the batch is about to start, so which could help you to directly like come with this curriculum, and you can become a data scientist or data analyst in like in no time actually. So Aman, you can take care now.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Viraj. So yes, guys. So anything anyone would like to know, because here we are just getting here to clear all your doubts and concerns. So I hope to everyone to come on a same platform and we discuss. Like if you have any concern, any doubt related to this, we can clear it out, and everyone can unmute this themselves actually, and everyone can speak with me. Not an issue. So anything else anyone would like to know, like related to learning, related to placement, related to classes, related to timings, related to fees, or
I
something
have
like that?
doubt. So
Yes,
basically,
yes, ma'am.
if we join today, but we can't start the like I have some work starting by next weekend. So can we
Not an
start it by
issue.
after a month or something like that?
Yeah, for sure. You can start after a month, not an issue. If you register today, that means you have holded the fees of discount of 5,000
Mm-hmm.
at 22. And then if you can start, if you want to start from next month also, you'll be starting with the same fees. You just have to pay the remaining fees in installments or one time, whatever you feel like. And then you can continue with the same fees. Because if you go for next batch, like next month, in a new financial year, we are starting with the fees of 35,000. So it will be saving like eventually 13,000 of yours.
Got it. Got it. Thank you.
Yes. So anyone else have any concern with the fees and all, installment part or something like that? So I guess not actually. So cool. I hope everyone like this session. A big thanks to Palash sir that he attended the session for you guys, and thank you so much, sir. And also everyone to attend this
Thank
session.
you.
We are glad that everyone attended, and it's good to have you here. We'll be having the same session again after some time, but till then, I hope you to see like doing the course, not by attending the sessions again and again, just to start the course and finish it as soon as possible and get into the industry from our side, so that we also have a word that yes, Mr. Like this student have joined the industry from our side and all those things. Okay, guys, it was nice to have you all with us. So it's time to take a leave. Take care and all the best, and make a good decision of your own life. Chalo. Bye bye. Take care.
Thanks, everyone.